Now we got Rosinski, the secret to Polish power. It's the soup. You didn't know that? It's in the soup. Fix My Game with Adam Rosinski. So we're gonna watch a little bit of this. We're not gonna cover. We're not gonna watch all of it, but this is on Flow Grappling, so you guys can check it out whenever you want.
I'm feeling the Polish pressure a little bit.
Bro, everybody in Poland's strong, bro.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Fix My Game. We're here at Checkmat Poznan in Poznan, Poland, to see none other than three-time European champion, one-time Pan champion, and IBJJF world champion, Adam Wardzinski. Adam, thanks for letting us come through your gym and everything. I'm excited for you to fix my game a little bit.
Yeah, let's roll.
Oh, dang, just roll. Nice little sweep. Let me know if you guys want to see a Rosinski video on my main channel. I've been saying this for a while, but I think Rosinski's passing is underrated. Like, his guard's great, but also his passing, You know what? He can score. That's his sweeping ability allows him to score, get on top, and his passing closes the deal. So very well balanced athlete, top and bottom. Good defense, and I think most importantly, persistence on top of the Polish power. Polish power is fundamental for him, but just persistence, never giving up. Very inspirational to all us older grapplers out here. We'll skip a little bit, guys.
Tripod?
Yeah.
Sweep we see you do all the time?
Yeah, let's start with that. So, first of all, when I want to hit that tripod or dummy sweep, however you call that, I need that sleeve grip. I like this sleeve grip for the control of balance, but also to anchor myself
and trips the far leg.
Bring myself closer to my opponent. Because if you just go like this and his hands are free, he can toss your legs to the side and start passing your guard, right? But if you take one of the arms out of the picture, it's way safer. So now when I go, I want to grab shin and I want to angle myself
basically like a sit-up guard,
a little bit more to the side. All right, I don't want to be in front of him. That's really uncomfortable angle. Let's maybe go a little bit like this. Yeah. So I want to be here, more like 45 degrees towards his leg. And now it doesn't matter if I let him in like this or I keep it here. I can still execute. And now with this hand, I want to fold it and push it towards his belly, his stomach. So this will create reaction. So if his leg is free, he can step back, right?
That's pretty crazy because normally a sit-up guard, we're trying to pull it towards us, but he's saying push.
Pushing him back, I'm going to add an active hook behind his Achilles, and not only putting it behind and making him trip over it, but I'm actively pulling the leg forward. So I need to go like this.
Nice. Need a little bit of hip mobility for that, guys. Just a little bit.
When his leg is inside, more like for a sit-up guard. I can play like here, making some distance. Whenever I feel like he's pushing my leg down and approaching a little bit, I can cut here. So basically, it's push and pull motion.
Awesome, guys. I'll let you check the rest of that out. But, I mean, that was gold right there, Most of these guys can't explain what they're doing, so that's pretty awesome to see. Shout out to everybody with the time change. You know, here in America, we be changing our clocks either forward or backwards. So now we got Reddit with Craig Jones announced New Wave as the first official team for CJI 2. He's going to take us to his Instagram.
Massive announcement here from Las Vegas. Me and my team have been working very, very hard. We're announcing the first team in the CJI, and that team will surprise you. That is New Wave Jiu-Jitsu. We also have 3 misfit teams. 1 from Europe, 1 from Australasia, and 1 from the Americas. Take your pick.
And I don't know if you guys can see this down here. We got Mikey over here. You guys see Mikey? Wholesome Mikey. Awesome. But what in the world is going on right here? What is this? What is going on, guys? You guys explain it to me. I don't know. Did we see that? I'm gonna close that out. Got kids on this channel. Now we got Victor Hugo calls out Gordon Ryan. So Victor Hugo just had a really nice fight. I don't know if it'll show it, but I believe they fought before. I think it maybe won ADCC. And he says, I think there's only one guy that beat Nicky Rod on this stage. He's not active, but whenever he is, it would be a pleasure if he's up to it to face Gordon Ryan. I think after getting through Nicky, that's probably the name that makes the most sense. I know he's not healthy. I wasn't healthy either, so I believe he's going to get through that. And whenever he's ready, if he wants to take the challenge, I'll be here. And let's do it. I mean, I would like to see that match. I want to see Victor Hugo go with the guy that beat him at CJI first. That Eastern European guy or Australian guy. I want to see him. He might tool him up now. I mean, Victor Hugo is huge and good, so, I mean, he should be beating a lot of people. Now we got Olympic wrestler versus Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Can you guys tell which one is the wrestler? They look like brothers. Hey, Troy Bar. Well, I guess we know which one's the wrestler. But then I notice, not every jiu-jitsu person, but you know, so even me sometimes, like some of the positions, like you got to stay tighter too, you know, because we're so used to flowing, we maybe flow out of. Sometimes we flow out of positions in scenarios we're supposed to stay tight in, you know, like say an armbar. A jiu-jitsu person will stay tight on an armbar like this. They're never gonna let it go, but in certain positions or sweeps, they might let go. It's also dependent on more of your style and school. But if you can learn how to control your positions and your submissions, you know, isn't that the whole purpose behind jiu-jitsu? So like that crab ride, like this crab ride kind of entry. You know, if he stayed tighter, he could have gotten to the back, maybe gotten a submit. Like here, obviously he's playing kind of loose, right? I'm saying just in general, because you know, if you train like this, even when you're flowing, you know, you're gonna grapple like that when the pressure's up. So think about that, guys. You know, stay tight. If you work for a sweep or whatever, you go for it. I mean, your submissions, you're gonna lock in your submissions, right? And obviously, this guy's more of a Tim Planet kind of. He's wearing a Gracie Baja rash guard, but that was a Tim Planet move. So, and also Tim Planet is different than regular jiu-jitsu. but again, he's kind of flowing, which is great for him. He can flow and turn it up when he needs to. But I'm saying for newer people, you guys don't know how to flow. White belts can't flow, right? So you gotta stay tighter. Alright, so if you want to watch that, that's Olympic wrestler versus Jiu-Jitsu black belt. I don't know who that guy is. I was Tim Planet black belt on the Gracie Baja rash guard. Guy says rash guard with a polo shirt collar game. Or polo shirt collar gonna change the fashion game. I hope not. And in another story, we got Gordon Ryan shares how John Danaher fundamentally changed his BJJ, the main piece of the puzzle. I got a feeling it's going to be more mental than technical, but I could be wrong. Let's see. Gordon Ryan, he says, I was just a gritty Jersey kid that wouldn't stop. Yeah, that's how a lot of people start. He said, while his natural abilities allowed him to find openings, he admitted that his technical foundation was lacking. And everything changed when he started training under Danaher. John completely changed the way I thought about the sport of jiu-jitsu. So guys, mental, you know, you guys know I'm going to plug BJJ mental models in a little bit, but just again, it's a lot of mental. I mean, all that self-doubt, lack of confidence, nervousness, it's kind of mental, right? It does have a physiological effect on you, but it kind of stems from what you're thinking. He said, John could have taught me a move like 5 years ago one time, and I drilled it for a few minutes, and I'll remember that move even if I haven't used it. Even when I invent moves now, it all stems back to him because he's the one who taught me how to think about jiu-jitsu in this way. It just, you know, a good instructor, you know, a good coach can show you a move, but a good instructor can give you a system or a thought process, you know, a way to process the information, a way to process jiu-jitsu, to think about jiu-jitsu. And that's the difference between a lot of newer instructors, you know, whenever they're like, yeah, the blue belt can teach the beginners. That's true. The blue belt can show the move, but usually it's the higher belts that have experience, that can kind of frame everything, the technique, explain why you do the technique and when you do the technique, and improve upon all of that. So, you know, and it's also different for some guys because a lot of guys have to do a lot of the work themselves. You know, a lot of guys didn't have high-level instructors. They didn't have great instructors. They didn't have any instructors sometimes. So a lot of times they had to do all that hard work themselves. But when you do find a John Danaher or Guy Mendez, or, you know, I use Fabio Gurgel or a Draculino, or you can even say a Jacare, whoever good coaches, you know, it could be in wrestling or it doesn't matter what sport. It's like that X factor that's hard to measure. You know, we can't really, like Kel Sanderson, you can't really measure how that can affect an athlete working with him. You know, it's a crazy variable that you learn through experimentation, and you see, oh, they won such and such national championship, so maybe there's something going on there. So it's hard to measure the impact one person can have, you know. Now we got rolling with a 45-year-old black belt. So shout out to Jer. Well, Jer older than this, but, you know, I'd be rolling with them. Hopefully that copyright strike does not hit me.
A little bit more skilled than me.
So the guy narrating is the brown belt.
And we always have a good roll, and it always sharpens aspects of my jiu-jitsu that aren't tested often, and it forces me to be as precise as possible.
Are these guys from Boston? Where are you guys from?
I've become more obsessed with precision.
So the old guys...
So he's been a black belt. In our academy, when you have a stripe on your belt, I believe it means you've been a black belt for 3 years. He's not an official instructor at the academy, so he does not have the instructor bars on his belt. So he just has a white tip. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It just means he's been a black belt for a long time. It could be 4 or 5 years because you don't get the next tip until 6 years.
Nobody says tip, guys. We just say stripes.
So we always have a good battle here.
I don't know where are they from.
My guard is my strength.
I'm gonna turn him off. Sorry, dude. So yeah, you see these guys that just fundamental jiu-jitsu, a lot of half guard. My older guys, you're gonna be playing a lot of half guard, right? You're gonna be playing a lot of half guard and pressuring in. Not as much dynamic movement. That dynamic movement. That's when you get injured. But learning how to pressure in, that's a skill too. Some of the best guard passers use a lot of pressure, very slow, methodical. And while these guys aren't doing anything flashy, it's, I assure you, if you're rolling with these guys or you roll with Jer or, any of the old guys, it's hard to move them. It's hard to sweep them. It's hard to get anything on them because they're going to play tighter versus the young guys. Young guys be making all these mistakes. Old guys, you got to force them to make a mistake or put them in a bad position. And, they're more aware of the danger. And I know this is true because, we got one of the guys, I call him Pops at the gym. I did an arm drag one time. We went for the handshake, the handshake. Hit him with the arm drag. Sure enough, never again. Pops ain't never left his elbow out. I go see Pops, them arms in, T-Rex arms. So them old guys learn, bro. They learn. So yeah, great to see these older guys rolling. These young dudes don't be rolling. I don't know what to say, bro. Guys half his age say they can't roll. And these guys got families and work and 401ks and all this other stuff going on. And then they still be training, bro. And some of these other guys just, I don't know what to say. But it's great to see, man. If you guys want to watch the rest of that, it's this is Jiu-Jitsu over 50. So if you're over 50, go give this guy a subscribe and make sure to like their video, okay? Yeah, I love seeing the older guys because I'm hoping I'm still rolling at that age, 45. I hope I'm still rolling in a decade. I might be too jacked up. They got to put me in a wheelchair. But hopefully not, Try to keep the balance. Back on Reddit. Today's pretty light day, guys. My voice is kind of shot. It says a big thank you to all the upper belts who help train white belt women. You could just say white belts. You don't have to put the women on there, but we try to help everybody. The poster says, I just want to take a moment to sincerely thank all the upper belt men and people who take the time to train with us white belts. I'm gonna edit it a little bit. Jiu-Jitsu can be challenging and sometimes intimidating sport, especially as a beginner. But your support and patience makes such a difference. For us newer practitioners, it can feel daunting at times, but having upper belts who are kind, respectful, and willing to guide us through techniques makes all the difference. It's not always easy, but you step up with humility and encouragement, which helps build our confidence both on and off the mat. Your willingness to give us time, space, and attention to help us improve doesn't go unnoticed, and I personally feel so grateful for it. Thank you for making this sport feel more inclusive and for showing what it means to be a true part of this community. Your kindness, generosity, and commitment to helping others grow makes the journey a little easier, a lot more enjoyable. We appreciate you more than you know. Yeah, people help you because they understand that it's tough, it's scary to get started. And so we're just trying to make it a more approachable, more inclusive space, especially for newer people. And, the new people are the lifeblood of the gym. When there's a lot of white belts coming through the gym, that's great. That's the fresh blood pumping through the school. And getting new people's healthy helps the business side. Obviously, getting more people helps, but then also, just for the students, they need newer training partners. For the more seasoned white belts, they need to train with newer white belts so their confidence doesn't disappear. And then it's just great for the whole gym. Someone says everyone had a first day. Everyone had someone else take the time to get them comfortable and up to speed. Beginners often feel self-conscious, like the higher belts are wasting a class. Sometimes we have to waste a class working with them. In reality, it is our responsibility to pay back the debt we owe everyone who helped us. So guys, make sure you got a beginner's class that beginners can go to. So because sometimes we have these mixed classes, it's kind of tough. Higher belts, we're like, bro, it's rough on us. And then the lower belts, or the new people, they don't know what they're doing. So it can be hard to put everybody in one class, unfortunately. Let's see, adding to this, teaching is a wonderful way to learn as well. It's common to recognize a detail with words for the first time when teaching simple techniques. So yeah, new instructors are going to learn from teaching those new people. The new instructors need new students, right, to kind of practice their craft. Yeah, my wife gets lots of extra attention from our head coach. Oh no, freebies, private. She's his favorite uki. He even travels with her when she competes outside of town. Some of that's true. Let's see, we were all there. I love supporting women on the mats. It can be scary starting out. I remember having so much anxiety my first 6 months. I go out of my way to make sure all the new people feel supported. Yeah, you should try. I don't do it as much, especially newer big people. I don't roll with them as much because I just realized I'm covering a lot of the text over here, guys. My bad. Yeah, you got to be careful rolling with some of these new people, though. Yeah. Let's see. Someone says, whenever I go help a brand new person, I go in super happy and excited to show them this awesome art. But throughout the years, I've seen how difficult it is for some people to even walk through the door to inquire about the classes. You never know what someone has been through. I've seen folks loving the technical aspect of figuring out body mechanics and learning concepts, but are absolutely terrified of the sparring portion. I've seen people have panic attacks from being held down, as it has triggered past trauma. It's forced me to be aware of other people's circumstances and personal experiences that they have to face and overcome when tying that belt around their waist. Yeah, it's something I kind of learned, just how to roll with new people and roll with kids, and I that is one good thing from having mixed classes. And some people just don't have control. They can't roll with women. They can't roll with kids. And there's just nothing we could do about it. But, you should try to cultivate people that can roll with everybody. Especially your instructors should be able to roll with everybody without injuring them. If you have instructors injuring students, that's not good. And, usually the higher belts you want them to be able to roll. And, if they can't roll, sometimes you have crazy guys. You need to sit down and talk to them. You need to because you're losing business if they're slamming people or they're doing something crazy, heel hooking people. That's going to be money out the instructor's hand, right? His pocket. So if you see people that can't roll, either keep them away from the new people, or you have a talk with them. Man, you got some people got to talk to them. Hey, brother, you gotta learn control, brother. Man, what are you doing? So you need to watch some of these guys, the crazier guys. You need to watch and give them feedback. Let them know, hey man, don't do that, man. We don't do that here. Oh, hey, save that for later. Hey, watch your space. So as a coach, you gotta stay on top of these people. You can't let them just do whatever they want. And for the new people, you gotta guide them and do your best to make it a safe training environment. I will say the Gracies have kind of mastered this. Not the rolling part, not anymore, but they've kind of learned how to onboard those new people. Just let them. They should have their own class. They should be working fundamentals, They should know all the basics, the shrimping, the rolling, all those movement skills. And remember, it takes time to build those connections, those muscle connections, but also in your brain to build those connections of the technique. Because if you're doing something completely new, that's true for most people doing jiu-jitsu, they have to start from zero. So they got to learn how to crawl essentially again, but on the floor, but on their back, shrimping basically. They have to learn how to do everything all over again, upside down, flipped up over. So that will take time. So I think really look at giving those people that class, a beginner's class that they can go to and attend. And then, usually these schools will make it so, okay, after a month they can do the more advanced class or the intermediate class. So I don't think you should be throwing these people to the sharks, let them build themselves up.
What up, guys? So I want to talk.
So we got jiu-jitsu. Please, Chew, don't hit me with that copyright. We're going to give you a like. Pay the like tax. Let's see. Make myself smaller. There we go. So he says, the biggest myth, BJJ's biggest myth isn't a lie, but it's not 100% accurate either. So I'm not sure what he's got to say. So let's listen to it a little bit.
Talk about the myth of jiu-jitsu with you today, and I want to help you make sure that you do not let the myth of jiu-jitsu ruin your enjoyment of this art, frustrate you, and make you feel like you're getting worse when in fact you could be getting better. Now, what am I talking about, myth of jiu-jitsu? Well, let's think about a couple things first. So first off, we know that in jiu-jitsu, when we come into it, any combat sport for that matter, certain things give us a physical advantage over someone. Let's say, for instance, you're bigger and stronger than your opponent. Being bigger and stronger has an inherent advantage, right? That's why when we compete, we have weight classes. Also, if you're, significantly younger, that gives you an advantage. So let's say that, you have a 50-year-old and you have a 20-year-old. Both have relatively equal skill and knowledge, but yet the other one's 20. That's going to give that person an advantage because now they can move a lot more. Their cardiovascular output can be higher potentially. They will recover faster potentially. They have an inherent advantage for being younger. Youth has some advantages to it, doesn't it? And then we know that men and women have differences. And if you're a man coming into a combat sport, you're typically going to have a physical advantage over most women that you go with, right? But then when we come into jiu-jitsu, they tell us that technique conquers everything, that no matter what physical abilities or attributes the person has, you can overcome them. Now, it makes for a great selling point, and many of us got sold on that. But I think that when you come into it and you start to train, you realize that there is a threshold to that. Technique is definitely king, and you want to make your technique as good as possible, best you can, but physicality matters. Physical attributes matter. They're important. Now, why am I bringing this up with you? Well, because I'm looking at a question that I got today. It's from a 45-year-old purple belt woman who's struggling because she's getting, rolling with people and she's not able to use her techniques, right? Now, I asked her, I said, okay, because I've gotten this asked question from so many different people. It's been asked in so many different ways, big, small, young, old. I've had this question from white belt to black belt. So it's not just like a 45-year-old woman problem, right? This is an all over the belt, all over the spectrum problem. And I asked her, I said, okay, what happens when you roll with women, say like close to you, maybe in your 40s, who are around the same weight as you? And same age. And she said, I have no problem. I feel fine. Okay. So then I asked her, well, what happens if you maybe go up a little bit in skill, like one of the brown belts or black belts? And she says, well, I can hang in there with them. Okay. I was like, well, then you're right where you need to be. And she said, well, I just feel like, I'm rolling with these big guys, these 200-pound guys. I just feel like I should be able to do more with them, but I'm just stuck. And so again, there's the rub, right? Now, I'm not saying she couldn't possibly do some sort of technical thing and hang with those guys. I'm not saying that at all, right? Like I have a very small black belt female who can just take arms home with her. And if you're not careful, if you could be as big as you want to be, if she gets a hold of your arm, it's over, right? But generally speaking, they're going to have a physical advantage, and that physical advantage matters. And I bring it up because I've been doing these videos with you guys for almost 10 years. That's crazy, 10 years. And I see this question come in different ways, and people compare themselves to others. Now, we can go ahead and say some sort of nice meme quote and say comparison is the thief of joy, but we all do it to some degree, don't we? It's just ingrained in us. We're kind of constantly looking around at other people and trying to calibrate where we are with whatever we're doing. We just do it naturally. And so I'm not going to say that to you, because we're going to we all compare ourselves. And a lot of times when you're trying to test out your abilities, you compare yourselves to other people. That's how you test yourself. I don't know if you're hearing it on the mic, but the ambulance is here. Ambulance. One of you guys asked recently, said, Chewy, where's the ambulances been? And so we compare ourselves. So what do? You just want to make sure that the comparison is as close to the same as possible, meaning apples and apples. So if you're a 170-pound dude who's a blue belt, you should probably try to compare yourself to guys that are 170-pound blue belts. And when you look at things like wrestling and judo, they don't make this error that technique conquers everything, that no matter what you do, you can beat everybody if your technique's good. For instance, in wrestling and judo, both of them, from everything that I've known, from my experiences in them, and from the people that I've talked with at high levels in them, you don't spend much time training going live. We would say full rolling or open rolling, right? But live with people way outside of your weight class. So if your weight class is here, you might go one up or maybe one down, but you stay within that range because it's dangerous. Also, from a sports standpoint, they're trying to compete against people in a weight class. But for me, my standpoint too, besides the danger of it, it's also really tough to gauge how your skill is growing, because sometimes someone with a lot of physical advantages can just shut things down. When I roll with my student, Brandon Reed, he has some advantages over me. Now, I have some over him, such as technical ability, but he has some advantages over me. He's bigger, he's stronger, he's faster, he's younger. He has a lot of advantages over me. So even if I might have some knowledge and some skill that he doesn't, he's got a lot of skill to boot, and he's got a lot of other things playing in his physical side. And so when we roll, I'm not comparing myself to him. I might be trying to hit a technique on him, and maybe I'm testing out my ability to hit a technique on a larger, younger person, that kind of thing, or a wrestler. But by no means am I thinking, man, why can't I, keep up the same pace as this 25-year-old professional athlete? It's not a smart idea. And so I bring that up with you guys. Again, there's nothing wrong with getting into the idea of like beating bigger people. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Obviously, it's possible in jiu-jitsu. We do it all the time, and it's a great skill to have. And if you're a smaller person, it's really good to know how to beat bigger people. Because if you're a smaller person and you are attacked, or someone's trying to grab you, or you're in an absolute division, whatever, it's good to know how to deal with it. But I would encourage you guys, when you get into this comparison game, when you start to compare yourself, like, how am I actually doing? Try to compare yourself with the people as close to your skill level, as close to your weight, as close to your age as possible. It will eliminate a lot of the frustration that comes from trying to compare yourself to others where you're not even in the same class. It's really easy to get frustrated by that because, and again, I've had black belts who are frustrated by the fact that they're losing their step as they get older, and they don't even feel like a black belt anymore because they're rolling with these young killer purple and browns. But then when they go to like a master's competition, they kill it. Like, dude, you're doing just fine. And like in this case, you have a purple belt woman who does great with all the other women in the same area as her, and any of the women who even are larger than her. But when she's going up against a 200-pound guy, problem. And again, it gets back to the myth of jiu-jitsu that, technique is all that matters and strength and size doesn't, and it's BS. And so, take the little idea from judo and wrestling, right? Like, you can train with whoever you want to. I like that in jiu-jitsu. We mix it all up, and we train with everybody, and we have all these different flavors of jiu-jitsu. But when it comes to actually testing yourself, how am I doing? How is this working? All that stuff, close to the same as possible. Keep it like that, and that will probably help out some of you guys who struggle with that. And yeah, so that's my answer to a bunch of your guys' questions. I'll send you these the link to this video in the email because I got a couple of them recently, and hope you guys are doing well, and I'll talk to you next time.
That was a good video. Thanks to
But then when they go to
yeah, I mean, I can't disagree with anything. Yeah, compare yourselves with, you should be focusing on yourself regardless. Why are you thinking about other people? Obviously, if you don't do well. But it's a 45-year-old lady trying to beat 200-pound dude. I mean, yeah, but I'm happy that I'm happy that can even be like a discussion, because like you said, you can't do that in wrestling, can't really do that in judo. But in jiu-jitsu, you can have that crazy pairing, Chihuahua versus Great Dane, essentially. So it's pretty cool. Just focus on improving, guys. That seems to be the best method. Focus on how you're improving, what you're doing. And, I wouldn't do anything outside of that. So now we got, I can hear something in the background. Let me turn that off. Now we got opening a school. Super excited. And it's a brown belt. So I can already tell you that's probably not the best idea, being a brown belt. Opening up that school. Unless you have to, you kind of should be focused on getting your black belt first. Get your black belt first. But this guy, he's on Reddit. So he says, I'm taking the plunge and opening up a spot to teach. Going to be a bit north of Cincinnati, Ohio. Excuse me. I'm dying over here, guys. Hopefully not. Knock on wood for me. Cold called every gym and martial arts school in the area until I found a Taekwondo school with an insanely nice 1,500 square foot back room they are renting me. That's awesome. So, this is great if you looking to start your own program. I got some friends, they probably need to start looking at this, Wish me luck, fellas. If you're in the area, look me up. Submission Systems Jiu-Jitsu Academy. Any input on marketing and or amenities/services you offer at your school would be appreciated. So, my advice, you should have waited till you got your black belt first. Just focus on that, because once you get into the business, you're going to have less time and energy and to focus on your own training. So I say don't do it. Can you push it back until you get your black belt? Some people are saying good luck. I grew up in Cincinnati. I didn't. I'm reading this, guys. He says, I'll stop by next time I'm in town. I usually train at Gracie, Cincinnati, or sometimes drive up to Queen City grappling in Franklin. One guy says, I've been using Gymdesk as a CRM, customer relations management platform. We gotta look that up. Gymdesk. What program is that? I like to see the programs, guys. Gymdesk. Oh, let's see. We gotta see what's going on. Yeah, my advice to this guy, you need to get your black belt first. And I did something similar. I started a school when I was a brown belt, but what was the point? Because, I should have got my black belt first before I started doing that. And I still was young. I still wanted to compete. So I think you need to get all that stuff, get everything you want to accomplish out of the way first before you open a school, because that's going to take over your life essentially until you get it up and running. And especially now, you basically subletting from a Taekwondo school. You're not going to have your own space. That's going to be your next upgrade for you. You want your own space. Then you're going to invest more time, more money, more energy in getting your own facilities. And then, hopefully at that point, you're running full tilt. You have students, and now we need a front desk person. Now we need an accountant. Now we need blah, blah, blah. We need gis. We need rash guards. We need apparel. We need, so it's just going to keep growing out of control, essentially. So this is the program. I'm not sponsored by them. We're just going to look at it real briefly because, I do want you guys to do well in your business. So they offer a 30-day free trial. It's called Gymdesk. It's gym management software that frees up your time. Let me highlight that. Gym management software that frees up your time and helps you grow. So some of you guys need that. And it looks like, you can have different stuff. We'll see what they got to offer. Simplify the way you run your gym. Easily enroll members and manage memberships. Tony, you might need this, Tony. Track attendance and member progress. Yeah, you might need this. Offer an exclusive online member portal. That sounds great. That sounds great, guys. Some of you guys need to start offering some online classes just to differentiate your program from other schools. Most schools don't have an offer. There's no free trial. There's no free class that they're promoting, So it's basically just sign up right now, Says payment integrations, max capacity classes, modern gym website, works on any device, exclusive member content, run a referral program. Bro, that's money, guys. mass member management messaging. That's good. Let's see if they have a video for us.
Hi, Josh from Gym Desk here. Welcome to our guided tour video.
They got the AI voice.
In this video, we'll quickly go over our core features and show you what it's like managing your school on a day-to-day basis using our software. When you log into your account, the first screen you see is the gym dashboard. The dashboard provides a quick overview of what is going in your gym and allows you to see if anything requires your immediate attention.
So that's cool. You can see expired.
In the top left corner of the screen, you'll see your billing situation for the month, how much revenue has already been collected. Next up, we'll go over one of the main activities you'll be doing on a daily basis, member management. By clicking on the Members button in the main menu, we get the members list.
Oh, you can see their belts. Oh,
we can see all of our current and past members in the members list, along with some important information, including their contact information, their age and date of birth, their rank, their time in rank, if we're tracking that parameter.
That's awesome. What else they got? Sign up.
Address.
Let's look at that. That's what you guys need.
We can share a standalone online sign-up form. You can find the link right here in the website section of your account. We can put it on our existing website or on a Facebook group or anywhere else we share this information with members. We can have members sign up themselves using a tablet or laptop at the front desk, or we can enter their details ourselves from our manager account. Let's take a look at the sign-up form. The sign-up form allows us to capture important member information as we add them to our account, such as their contact information, address and emergency contacts. Click on the Members button on the left menu and then Check In. And we end up on the check-in screen right here. There are a few different ways members can use to check into class. They can use a name search to find their name and click on it.
Okay, that's cool.
Oh,
let's look at the website.
You can use all of our features with your existing website if you have one. If you do not have a website, we provide a quick, good-looking website template for gyms and martial arts schools you can use to quickly get your online presence up and running. Let's take a quick look at a few of our users' websites. We provide a couple of different color schemes. This is the light scheme right here. This is the dark scheme.
Okay.
You can list out your instructors and their ranks. Your schedule, which is pulled up from your account setup.
That's pretty cool.
You can create custom content pages, upload images to a gallery, and you can even publish your products online as an online shop, allowing people to purchase your products directly from your website.
Awesome. So you guys can check that out. Let's look at pricing. Again, I do 30 days free. Pricing. So micro gym, $75 a month. It looks like you're limited to 50 active members. So it goes based off your members. So as you grow, they're gonna charge you a little bit more. Let's see, small gym, $100 a month. Okay, it's not terrible, guys. Medium gym, $200. Okay, large gym, $400. Enterprise, multiple locations. So think about adding some new software, trying different software, and I think people usually stick with one piece of software, but do your research, find whatever is best out there, find the best priced, find the one that fits your gym type. So this one seems to have a lot of martial arts, jiu-jitsu in there, so that seems to work really well for us. And then we're about to close up. We got Inside Nexus Academy. So Darragh O'Conaill, if you guys watched the Fion video, he was the coach for Fion for a good while.
Welcome to our academy, Nexus, in Alicante, Spain. So here in the entrance, guys, we have our reception, pretty normal for a Jiu-Jitsu academy where we do the memberships, everything like that. As you come down the entrance hall here, we have me and Gabriella's favorite bit of the academy, all of our medals, actually not all of our medals, but the most important medals of our careers. I have some gi European titles in Master 1 and Master 2. I have a Master 1 and Master 2 no-gi European in the black belt, as well as my proudest one is adult black belt no-gi European champion. Gabriella here has the 2018 absolute world champion as a featherweight in brown belt, and in 2017 as a featherweight purple belt. Also up above here have some Brasileiro medals from Gabriella, all in the gi. And then a bit further down we have Brasileiro medals, but no-gi. So Gabi has a lot of Brazilian national titles, and at the very end,
she's Brazilian.
Black belt titles in the gi and no gi combined.
On the other side of the room, we have a
maybe not.
Waiting area.
Yeah, a lounge area, waiting area for the parents. We have a projector, and we always put some fights and
tension there.
put them to watch a good jiu-jitsu. So if you just come in with me, we have 2 tatami areas. This one is for all jiu-jitsu classes. I'm gonna talk about the other one in a bit. So if you take a look a little bit deep inside, I have a collection of medals as well over here. All these ones are for open tournaments, IBJJF, most of all. And yeah, all the classes jiu-jitsu classes happen on this side of the mat. And fun fact was this tree, when we arrive in the building, when we decide to rent, I saw this tree and I was just like, I have to keep it. I thought that the tree would die, but the tree would live and still
in Ireland,
growing.
though,
And
guys.
here we
They don't
have
get no
all
sun.
of the tree in the middle of the academy.
So over
That's
here
interesting.
we
I
have,
like that little
pretty simple,
piece.
just an office. Right now the baby's prom is in there. If we need to do some work by ourselves,
So the carriage,
we got the office in there.
baby.
Over here we put in like a place to store our own gis and everything. We have a cooler to keep water, washing machine to wash our things, somewhere to make a bit of coffee, and just somewhere to stock our own gis so we don't be cluttering up our own house with a bunch of gis. Over here we have our second mat area. Here we do classes for Muay Thai and MMA. Here we have girls' changing rooms, guys' changing rooms. If you guys want to take a look, they're super nice. Lots of space, good area for changing. We have 3 showers, 2 bathrooms. Both changing rooms are the exact same, so everything's super clean, super nice, the way that we like it. If we go a little bit further down here, we'll take you guys to the weight room.
Well, further down in the gym,
only number
we
one in that
have here
bathroom.
a storage room. Fun fact,
Only number
I was
one,
the
man.
one
I don't
that
see
did
nobody
all
number 2
the
over there.
walls and flooring, okay, of this storage. And we want to make a sauna, maybe. There's a project to put up a sauna here, which Darragh is going to like very much. But for now, it's just the storage.
And if you guys follow us down here,
I don't know if she's
we
Brazilian,
have our
but,
weight room. Super nice,
Portuguese or
not that
something, I
big,
don't know.
but has everything you need. Squat rack, benches, dumbbells of all different sizes. Gabriella's favorite bike. We have the assault bike too. Lat pull down machine, everything. We slowly add more and more things as we get a
Very
bit more
nice
money
gym.
in. And yeah, has everything you need. Means we don't have to go to another gym ourselves, and also gives our students somewhere to work out.
Yeah, as a parent, you want to do everything in one place. If you have to go to different places, everything goes out of the schedule. It's very complicated, so we are very proud to have this here. Means we can train jiu-jitsu and we can do our weights all in one place. With 2 babies, it's ideal.
So if you guys are ever in Spain or in Europe in general
they're
and
in
are looking for
Spain.
somewhere easy to travel to, you want to get some nice weather, a beach, some good training, whether it's to come to one of our camps or just to come and visit for some training sessions,
move from
you guys are always
Ireland.
welcome. Come check us out. We're on Instagram at Nexus Alicante. And yeah, it would be great to see you guys here.
Bye. Say bye.
Salami, we're back. So now we're just going to relive.
Awesome, guys. So, shout out to the sponsors. If you're still watching this later, shout out to the sponsors. Offer code. Where's the offer code? Offer code Alec. Kind of hard to see. I can't see nothing. Yeah, sponsors help make the videos and everything possible. There you go. And you guys know we got BJ Mental Models. Let's see. Where's Crazy Alec at? He's right here. I don't see him. Where am I? Uh-oh. Give me 1 second, guys. Uh-oh. Where is everything? If you guys want to learn how to do stuff like Joseph Chin, be sure to check out my sponsor, BJJ Mental Models. You see I got the rash guard on, BJJ Mental Models. Boop, boop. Made by Inverted Gear. With over 50 plus hours of audio masterclasses from the best minds in the sport, you gain access to the best BJJ community on the internet, including an exclusive invite to the private BJJ Mental Models Discord, featuring over 70 elite level black belts from all around the world. And I really like their coaching tier, where you receive world-class sparring analysis, get detailed technical feedback from their all-star black belt review team, featuring over 20 world champions, and much, much more, which you can start right now with a 7-day free trial. This link, or type in my offer code ALEC for 50% off your first month. I got the long sleeve. We also have the short sleeve right over here. Fresh out the bag. There you go. And it says Champions Mindset. So if you guys want to be just like Joseph Chin, check out BJ Mental Models. And this is the collab with Inverted Gear. So check out their website, invertedgear.com. Now, the other, if you guys want to learn how to do stuff like Joseph Chin, be sure to check out my sponsor. Awesome. Of course, got both sponsors in that video. Got to update it. But yeah, that's it, guys. First live stream. I might try to do once a week. Once a week to kind of get used to it. Hopefully we get some more people in here, kind of testing it out. Would like to interact with you guys. We got a little chat over here. I can send emojis. I can do like little polls and stuff. So slowly we'll try to start unveiling that and letting that doing that more often. So that's it, guys. Hopefully you enjoy this video. I'm gonna stop recording and oh no, did I stop going? I didn't go live. Oh, maybe I did. I can't tell. I'm still learning, guys. Still learning. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys next time. And I think that's the stream, and then I'm gonna stop recording.